I don't know if I can wear my glasses. I feel like I got too much of like a glare happening. I'm so excited to be in class. I'm so excited to be. All right. What should I write for? Okay, wait, hold on. I'm so excited. The art of tarot. Lesson 1. I believe we're talking about the Fool today. I'm very excited. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. I can understand why you cannot see me. Oh.
What did we do last time? Oh, there we go. I invited you to
Oh, I
join.
think I have to accept the camera. I
Yeah.
want to use a cool effect. Oh, not this one. It's so hard to choose something.
I know.
Look at that. Oh my
I
God.
got my
No way.
Skittles here. My cat's gonna be annoying today, but I'm ready to learn.
I'm going to wear my earpods because there is a storm going on right now.
Yeah.
And I don't want anything to interrupt.
No problem. Talk for a
Can
second.
you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great.
I'm ready. I got the cards. Let me pull out. Are we doing the Fool today?
Yes, we are doing the full today. Yeah, that's what we're gonna learn today. It's important that we start from the full.
Okay, let me find him. Let me find him. Here he is. All right, guys, today's lesson is the Fool. So I'm going to keep him here so I can look at some imagery. Oh my gosh, my cat almost knocked over my Skittles.
I also separated some other arcanas. I mean, the same arcana is the full, but from other decks, like the Marseilla.
Okay.
This is a very famous deck. And this is the Divine Tarot, the one that we both had. They portray the Fool as the Little Mermaid, which I believe it's super powerful and super connected with the essence of the Fool. But we are going to use this deck to learn, okay, to guide us. This was the deck that I used to learn the Minor Arcana. And it's a very important, very traditional deck as well. It's called Rider-Waite. Okay, so I also prepared for you a PDF that I'm going to send you with basic notes about the Fool.
Okay.
Like keywords, you know.
Are you going to give me homework?
I think that right now, the homework that I'll give to you, it's one that I have done when I started learning, and it was a magical thing that I've done that really helped me. Every major arcana that I learned, I would, after reading about that arcana, I would put the card under my pillow before going to sleep.
Okay.
And I would ask the universe to dream about that card.
Ooh,
and it
I
always happens. It always happens. So it was amazing. It was a magical way to learn it. I mean, using your subconscious, your dreams, and
my dreams have been crazy lately too. Like so vivid and so much like I don't know, like I feel like I'm learning in my dreams, so I'm not resting. I'm just learning.
Yes, 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 yes. So you're gonna. I hope that you have the dreams about the cards, just like I did when I was learning that. It was very interesting. Okay, so I have my notes here as well. The reason why we're gonna start by default with this arcana, it's because it's the arcana zero. Many people, when they start learning about tarot, they think that they should start studying the magician because it's the number one, and then they just go to the full when they end, when they finish studying all the arcana, when they finish the world, studying about the last arcana. And I don't think this is the best way to do it. I think we should start by the full, because the full, it's the major arcana that tells us about the soul's evolution. All the
Mhm.
major arcana tells us about the soul's evolution, but he is our hero. He is our hero here, and he is the main character. He symbolizes us, people.
The fool is us.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
On our journey of this crazy thing we call life.
yes, yes, yes. So the major arcana isn't random. It's like a story. It's the story of the evolution of our soul. And the fool starts innocent. He gets tested by life. He faces fear. He comes back as a whole. And every time you pull a major arcana, you're seeing where you are in the fool's journey.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. So this is something important for us to remember. Okay. So keywords to remember about the fool. The fool symbolizes beginnings, leap of faith, innocence, and trust in life. It's the number zero, so it represents the potential. It's before, it's what happens before identity, the void, before everything takes shape. And if you take a look at the card, you're gonna see that he is about to jump the cliff. That means that he's about to step into the unknown. He's carrying a small bag. This represents that he's only taking what he needs. He's not
Mhm.
taking any emotional baggage, only what he needs. The white flower, he's got a white flower here, and it represents innocence, openness, purity of intention. And he's got a dog that is barking at him, like he's preventing him from jumping the cliff, right?
Mhm.
And he represents the instinct, the protection, the inner voice, the intuition, and the warnings that sometimes we ignore when we are about to do something crazy or something, really irresponsible. But if you look at the fool itself, he's looking up. He's not looking down or at the dog. He's not paying attention to the dog. He's just looking up. And that represents faith, curiosity, and optimism. Okay?
Mhm.
So these are very important lessons about the symbols in the card. There is a lot of yellow. Yellow is a card that is connected to creativity in the psychology of colors. And if you think of the fool is about creativity as well. Okay?
Mhm.
Because he represents curiosity, self confidence, trying out new things without worrying about the results. Um, if we would, if we could represent the fool with some words, I would say that the Fool always brings a new chapter to your
Mm.
life. If you think of the book of life, the Fool is the new chapter, a brand new chapter. It's saying yes before knowing anything.
So
It's taking risks without even paying attention to your intuition.
yeah. I was gonna say, so like if you're doing a reading for somebody and they're asking about what their love life is gonna look like in the future, and you get a fool, the fool card, that would be sort of like a telling that like there's a new kind of energy, like it might be something new, or they would find it in a new way or a new place.
When it comes to readings about love, career, anything, I always pay attention to the surrounding cards
Right.
because I don't do readings just with one card
Yeah.
about complex topics. Okay. But yes, if you pull the Fool in a reading about love, it's all about a new chapter, uh, about detachment as well,
Mm.
about being detached, and also about potential. So you would be trying out a brand new relationship or maybe a new way of having a relationship
Right.
that is very non-conventional because the Fool is always non-conventional. He's against the conventions.
Right.
So it's about starting a new project, a new chapter in your life, a new, and when it comes to love, yes, a brand new chapter that is very different from the previous one.
And I get what you're saying with like if there's surrounded cards too. So if you did like a 3 card pull and the Fool came out in whatever spread that you were doing, it would kind of connect that kind of newness or different unconventional energy to the spread of the reading that you're doing, right?
Yes, yes, because the cards they talk to each other, and as I said before, the tarot cards they're like building. When you read them, it's like we're building a narrative,
Yeah.
just putting together all of your arcana. So they talk to each other, and that's why I like the European method because you always read a major arcana with a minor arcana, and that
Yeah.
helps you to understand what's going on because the major arcana gives the main energy and the minor arcana shows where that main energy is being applied in your life.
Right.
So yes, the Fool is about new chapters. Also, when it comes to love, the Fool is about freedom.
Mm.
Okay, that's something very important because often to people that are not non-monogamous and just want to be single or maybe they want to be in an open relationship, this card could be a good symbolism for these people. People
Interesting.
that want to live this type of relationships that are different from the conventional.
Hmm.
Okay, but these are the positive sides of the positive aspects of the Fool. Let's talk about the shadow energy as well. Um, the Fool often is associated to irresponsibility
Mm.
because if you look at the card, he's walking like reckless, looking up, not paying attention to the way,
Yeah.
ignoring the dog barking at him, just, waiting for something great to happen. And he's not paying attention to his surroundings. So he's acting reckless and irresponsible. So that's a red flag. That's the one of the red flags of the Fool is the irresponsibility.
Right.
Something to pay attention is the lack of attachment. That some people would say, no, this is not exactly a red flag or like a shadow, but in some situations it could be. like someone who's got like zero um, regard for people's feelings. They just go with the flow and they don't care and they just go. This is the trait of this arcana as well, of this archetype.
Right. I also put like ignoring intuition. Like it could be something like that too. Is that
Yes, yes.
cool?
No, yes, yes, yes. In some situations, yes, 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 yes.
Hmm.
Because the fool, he is he's so optimistic.
Hmm.
He's so optimistic that he ignores everything that warns him against the new way, the new path that he wants to discover.
Right. Yeah,
So
because
yes,
he could be on a path to something really amazing, but on that flip side, he could be on a path that is gonna be really difficult as well, right?
yes, yes, yes. And he could get into trouble. He could get into danger,
Yeah.
but he just doesn't want to pay attention to those things. He just wants to go with the flow, with his optimism, and believe that everything's going to be all right. And then he just goes, with a lot of optimism.
Okay.
And something very strong about this arcana in the shadow aspect of it is to escape responsibility.
Ooh.
The fool escapes responsibility. So it could easily represent the student that skips the class because he's feeling bored.
Yeah.
The the guy that gets his girlfriend pregnant and just leaves her
Hmm.
and disappears. So it's a card that often in the shadow aspect portrays someone escaping responsibility.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I had a friend. We're not friends anymore, but it was interesting because the Fool was her favorite card in the tarot deck. And that there was a lot, like it was almost like she embodied a lot of those Fool traits of just and it would be obvious things happen. That's why her and I kind of ended up falling out, was it was like I would be telling her, hey, this is what's happening in your, this is what you're doing in your life and what's causing these problems that you don't like. And she would be like, la, like just totally would be oblivious to it. So that's really, I don't know if it's like her, if it was her birth tarot card, but it was her favorite card and it was like her favorite card always. And now that I'm like thinking about it, I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. Like, I wonder if you're pulled to a certain card, if that's also like almost kind of giving you information about what's going on in your life too, right?
It can, and also it can represent the person's personality
Yeah.
a lot of time. Maybe it's not her birth card, but if she felt so, identified
Yeah.
with the fool, and if you could see in her personality traits of this arcana, definitely, yeah,
That's so
yeah, the
interesting.
cards that you feel attracted the most are cards that often have a lot to do with your personality.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to like go through the deck and see which one is like really speaking to
You
me.
know, you don't have like one that pops up to your mind right now that you would say, "Oh no, this one is my favorite one."
Honestly, the first one when you mentioned like if it's a card that you feel drawn to, the one that popped up into my head is the stars, the star.
The star.
Yeah. So I don't know why. I don't even really know much about the card, but I was like, I feel like the star. The star is a
I
good vibe.
love, I love this arcana. I love the star. The star is a card about hope.
Ooh,
It's
yeah.
about renewal and transformation, emotional transformation after chaos. So it's a really positive
That
card.
sounds like me.
And it is also a card about spiritual protection. So yeah, it's a good card to be drawn to.
Ooh.
I'm glad that you like this one.
Me too.
It's
And you
one
know,
of my
I
favorites.
genuinely didn't know anything about it until you just said, like, if I pulled the star, I would have to like look at the book, to the little booklet, to see what it even meant or what it was talking about.
Yes, yes, it's a very positive card, very positive. So it's good that you're feeling attracted to this one because it's a card that has more positive traits than negative traits, you know?
Yeah. Would you say
Yeah.
that the Fool is almost like equal positive, equal negative traits?
To be very honest with you, all cards they are balanced when
Yeah.
it comes to negative and positive. However, as a tarot reader, I always pay attention to how those cards apply to real life when they show up in a reading.
Hmm.
Because one thing is when you, oh, I am studying about the arcana, so they are very balanced. Okay, but when they are in your reading to represent something in your life, sometimes they are more negative than positive.
Right.
So, for example, the Tower is a card that often brings a lot of negative stuff
Hmm.
because the Tower is the tough love
Hmm.
that life gives you so you can rise, so you
Yeah.
can, truly rise.
Yeah.
So it destroys everything that was built with your ego and with false structures.
Yeah.
But it's tough love. When the Tower comes to your life, it will destroy a lot of things that were very important and meaningful for you, and you will cry.
Yeah.
Sorry, but you will. Uh, but on the other hand, when the Star comes, it will bring a lot of hope, sometimes illusion, but
Hmm.
most times it will bring hope and renewal and transformation
Right.
that will take time to take shape, but it will eventually.
Yeah.
And it's a positive card. So I do recognize that all arcana, all the major arcana, all the minor arcana as well, they have like this duality of positive and negative. But some cards in readings they will show you love with kindness, and others they will show you the tough love.
Yeah. Did I tell
Yeah.
you when the last time that we were on live about how I feel like my birth cards show up in my life? Did I tell you this?
Yes, yes, yes,
Did
you
I?
did. I was amazed because it's a tower, right?
Yeah, so my birth cards are the Tower and the Chariot.
Wow, the
Yeah,
chariot
so,
is amazing.
and it was funny because I was thinking the other day, I had this like, I don't know, like message from spirit or something. And I was like, it's so funny because I used to always tell people that like, people say karma is a bitch, but I always say karma's my bitch because like if people fuck me over, it's like, I don't have to do anything. It's just the karmic energy just kind of flows. And then I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh, I wonder if it's like if I enter somebody's life, it's almost like those kind of two options. Like I can give you that tough love that like tears you down to the bone, or I can take you to places that you didn't know that was going to be, possible. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. That's 100% the tower.
Because every single person that like I have, let's say, issues with, or like a friend are falling out with, or whatever, they disappear off the face of the earth. They shave their heads, like they like they literally like crash out and disappear. And I'm like, that's so crazy. Like, why do I have that effect on people? Where it's just like, if it's some sort of issue between us, and I'm like, you're dead to me, you're out of my life, it's like the whole world around them crumbles and they have to build themselves back up.
Also, you have a stellium in the eighth house, don't you?
Yes.
That's the stellium as well in the
Yeah.
eighth house. That's a powerful placement in someone's chart.
Yeah.
So yes, 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 yes,
Yeah, I kicked their butts.
yes,
I don't
yes,
even mean
yes.
to. It's funny because it's like it's my moon in there too. It's like my moon, and then I also have Jupiter in there, which is really like expansive and big, and like I find that I try to like I can read people really well, their emotions, and I'll tell it to them how it is. Like, and it freaks people out because they'll be like, oh my God, like, and sometimes it's stuff that people don't want to hear, right? Like it's their
Yes.
shadow emotions. They don't want to hear it. They know in their spirit, but like they don't want to bring it up. And I'll sometimes I do it by accident. I'll just be like, oh, sorry.
But I think it is all in the stellium in the eighth house because that there's a lot of Scorpio energy
Yeah.
in someone who's got a stellium in the eighth house, and Scorpio is all about personal
The,
power and also a big intuition that
yeah.
have this that has this power of reading people.
Yeah.
So people with a strong Pluto or a strong eighth house placements, they have this energy. So that's very interesting. That your chart, birth card is also the Tower
Yeah.
because they are connected.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
why I'm like, when we did our reading and the tower came out, I was like, "Ah, I'm not even stressed. I'm like, I'm not even worried. I was like, I know this energy well. I know it well.
it's amazing, isn't it? It's so connected. Everything is so connected. It's really impressive. And the tarot cards, they never stop to amaze me. I mean,
Yeah.
they're constantly wow. I mean, there's always something there,
Yeah.
right?
And then tying that back
So,
into the Fool,
uh-huh.
it's almost like I feel like I'm more familiar with the energy of those big energy cards. So I feel like when I see the Fool, it's almost like silly to me a little bit. Like I feel like if I pulled a Fool in my own reading, I would be like, what do you mean? Like, and I feel like I would have to see where I'm missing things or where I'm like going blindly into something. Does that make sense?
It does. And as time goes by and you start your journey with the tarot cards, you're going to realize that sometimes the tarot cards are extremely philosophical,
Mm-hmm.
and other times they're going to be extremely literal,
Right.
very literal. Example, the Fool can also represent someone with mental issues.
Interesting.
Yes, yes. So if you are reading about someone, of course, that the other cards would tell you more details, right? And your intuition plays a big role into that. But the Fool can represent someone with mental issues. Yes, it does.
That's interesting. Hmm. Us on a journey. Okay. So to recap the notes,
Mm,
the Fool is the Arcana zero, the zero. It
yes,
tells us about the soul's evolution. So as you're pulling cards, it's the Arcana is kind of telling you where the Fool is at. Okay.
yes,
The Fool is us on our journey. Every time you pull, oh, I didn't finish that line. So the imagery, the bag taking only what you need, the white flower, it represents innocence. The dog represents like your intuition or that kind of energy that's trying to get your attention. And then the Fool looking up kind of represents the faith and optimism, almost blind optimism.
yes,
If you pull the Fool in a reading, it typically can mean a new chapter, a new perspective, or something unconventional.
yes. A new beginning as well.
New beginnings.
Yes. When it comes to love, the Fool can represent new connections,
Yeah.
light or playful energy, nothing serious.
Mm.
Falling in love without overthinking. It's like love without armor, love without protection. And it can be also crushes, flings, soul connections that feel easy.
Easy connections. So the Fool is like the fling card if
Yeah.
you're doing a love reading. Sometimes.
Yes, sometimes, yes.
So if you were doing a love reading and the Fool came up and you would read it as just sort of like a fling, not so serious, what have you. Obviously, you would have to do with the other cards within the reading as well, but would it, if the question somebody is asking is more like, what am I going to, like, what's my summer 2026 going to look like in romance? And let's say you pulled the Fool. Let's say it was the first card coming out in the thing. Would that be almost and again, obviously we'd be using our intuition in the reading, but would that kind of almost be like a little ping to like it being something that like don't take it too seriously, be single, kind of go out, date a little bit, have fun, don't be
Yes.
super deep looking into, you're not going to
Yes.
find husband or wife
Yes.
this summer.
Yes, definitely. 100%. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then if someone came to you for a love reading and was like, listen, my husband sucks, he's the worst, and is our marriage gonna last? And you pull out the Fool.
Wow. He could be about to leave you. He could be about to go away.
Yeah. Or even like maybe he's doing shit for himself and not even thinking about her. Let's just say that.
Yes. Yes.
Interesting. Okay,
The
wait.
Fool is not the most selfish card, but he's very, about pleasure, enjoying life, exploring. He's the adventurous archetype. He's the almost like the Sagittarius. If you think of if you look at the Fool, he's a backpacker.
Yeah, he is
backpacking.
Yeah,
He's just traveling the world with his small bag. Just
about to
exploring.
walk
He
off the
doesn't want.
cliff, not even noticing the dog. That's a Sag for sure.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
It's a Sagittarius on his way to enlightenment. Not a
Yes.
thought behind those eyes. That is really funny.
Yeah.
I love that connection.
And when it comes to work and life purpose, the Fool can indicate starting something new, and often something that you have almost zero experience with, not significant experience with. So when it comes to work and life projects, when the Fool comes in a reading, it's often to symbolize that person is starting something new, something from scratch, with no experience, with no past experience. It could also symbolize someone who's transitioning career. Okay. It can represent content creation because it's a card about creativity, entrepreneurship, and following a calling that doesn't make logical sense yet. So we are here on TikTok, and the TikTok is full of people ruled by this arcana, the Fool, because every creator starts as the Fool.
Yeah. I was a Fool once. That's really interesting. Starting something that doesn't make sense. Yet.
Yes. I have a very interesting exercise for you in the end.
Okay.
With the Fool. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Okay, so the spiritual message of the Fool is about trusting the journey. Because if you look at him, he's looking up, he's looking at the sky, he's not afraid of the danger that is in front of him because he trusts the divine entirely. So this is one of the cards that talk about faith.
Yeah.
That's why I connected a lot with Sagittarius and Jupiter, because it is all about faith in abundance, faith in the best outcome. It's about being present, living in the present. It's about letting life surprise you And the most important line about the Fool is that growth comes from experience, not control.
Mm-hmm.
This is something important about this arcana. He jumps the cliff because he knows that he's gonna learn in the way. While he's falling, he's gonna learn where he needs to land.
Yeah.
It's all about faith and trusting the divine. It's a card of faith as well. Um, if we take a look at all the arcana, they all have a representation in the world. Some of them have like they had a place in kingdoms, for example. If you take a look at the Fool, he was a very important character in the kingdoms in the medieval times.
Mm.
He was a part of the court. He
Yeah.
was the guy who used to tell jokes, and he was the only one allowed to say the truth to the king without being punished,
Mm-hmm.
because he would say that through humor.
Yeah.
So he was not noble, but he was also not, someone random, because he
Yeah.
was wise and he carried wisdom and he spoke wisdom with humor. So this is one of the traits of this archetype as well. Someone who makes jokes, uh, but tells the truth with a lot of wisdom, that you cannot deny what they say.
Right.
Um, he existed between worlds. So he was not a noble, but he was also not a servant. He
Mm-hmm.
was not powerful, but he was untouchable because no one could harm him because he was the Fool. Uh, he was not exactly wise, but he was deeply insightful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He was also the voice of the collective
Mm-hmm.
and a channel for uncomfortable truths. And that's why the Fool stands between endings and beginnings.
That's
That's
really
why he connects the world with the magician. He's like the card in between because he represents us in this journey. So the Fool also breaks social norms. He questions authority. He doesn't believe in authority.
mm-hmm.
He disrupts false order. He's the one who destroys false order. And someone that is ruled by this arcana needs chaos to renew themselves.
Interesting.
In this spiritual symbolism, the Fool is often linked to holy madness, divine innocence, being closer to God than to power.
That's really interesting. Sorry,
Yes.
can you go back? Someone who has this as a birth card needs chaos.
To renew themselves.
That's really interesting. I'm gonna start looking up everybody's birth cards. No, I'm gonna be like, "What's your birthday?" They're gonna be like, "Oh, you're trying to find out my birth chart." I'm gonna be like, "Oh no, babe, I'm trying to find out those those birth cards. That's what I want to know."
It's interesting because I have many birth cards. I don't know how you calculate that, but the first uh, math that I did about this, according to the book that I was studying, it said that I was the Hierophant, and then later in a website, I was told that my birth card was the Tower.
Mm.
And then later, when I did the numerology map, numerology chart, I was told that my card was the Justice.
Hmm.
I was like, what? I have three? I need just one, please.
That's so
Yeah,
interesting. Because
yeah.
I've looked up mine. Pretty much, I've just Googled it and done like whatever calculator, and it's always been the same.
Yeah, but I use different sources. Like I
Mm.
have this very old book, and it teaches you to calculate using a different method. And then the person that did my numerology chart, she told me something else. And there was this website that you had to type your full name plus your date of birth, and then he gave
Yeah,
me something else. So I was like, wow, well, don't know.
that's
I don't know
interesting.
what you think. Yeah. So yeah, please go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, um, how when you are learning about the like I guess story of the cards and let's say of the fool, right? And how he's part of the court and um it's mythology, right? Like it's kind of based on almost like a
No,
mythology
no,
telling or like is
no.
it
Actually, the fool, the figure, the character, he used to be part of medieval kingdoms
mhm.
as a character, as someone that would say that would make jokes to make people laugh.
Yeah, I know the fool, but it's like
You
it's so
know,
it's the tarot cards representing like just like the royal court almost of those times.
not all of them, not all of them, just some of them.
Right.
The
Oh, like
This
all
is
the
one.
kings and the knights and
Yes,
all those guys, right?
yes.
Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, I'm learning. My brain's feeling. I can feel the information downloading.
It's okay. Yeah, and it's a lot. It's a lot.
Mhm.
So every time that you look at the fool, especially when you are uh, investigating about love life or work, anything, you have a lot of potential. You
Yeah,
have everlasting potential because it's the number zero. So it's the void. It's what you have before the creation, before the universe was created.
yeah.
So the fool, it's the emptiness
Hmm.
that comes before creation. So it's pure potential that is not organized yet. So it's a lot of potential, but it's chaotic.
Okay. And I liked what you were saying before, how the fool is that kind of person who, in the court, can tell the king, maybe what he doesn't want to hear and doesn't get punished because he's part of the court and all that. I wonder too if it's like the fool would be someone that's just kind of around and notices a lot of thing that's going on that other people wouldn't like the regular people wouldn't actually be able to understand, but no one cares because he's just kind of the fool. He's there to like fart around and be funny and do whatever. But really, it's like maybe that's the type of energy that, you know, it is around you and it is happening around you. And, you don't have to be oblivious to that kind of information all the time, right?
Yes, yes.
Because I feel like the
Uh,
fool would know a lot of court tea, a lot of the information of what's going on.
yes, but the fool also has courage.
Hmm.
He's very courageous. So that's why he uses a lot of humor because he's not afraid of the consequences.
Right.
And he just he speaks the truth because he's not afraid of the consequences. He's there to make people laugh. And if you want to laugh, you cannot, go after someone who made a joke. Well, nowadays you can because it's nowadays, but back in those times,
Hmm.
no. So he was allowed to say whatever he wanted to say, even to authorities, because he
Yeah.
was the fool.
That is almost like being brave, like being stupidly brave, almost.
Yes.
That's really interesting.
Yes. That's the Fool.
Wow, that was fantastic.
There is something interesting that one of my favorite authors about tarot says about this card in particular when it comes to relationships is that the Fool can indicate unexpected pregnancy in relationships.
Hmm, interesting.
Yeah.
Because you're fooling around and not thinking about the consequences.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
so
Yes.
funny.
Yes. The Fool can indicate unexpected pregnancy in relationships. Often comes with the energy of bringing it's the child that brings a new energy to a couple that has been together for a long time,
Right.
or it could be also an unexpected pregnancy to a couple that has been together for a short time, but it's very unexpected. It's just a little bit irresponsible. But yes, it can be a card that indicates an expected pregnancy.
Interesting.
Yeah, when you go to the divination side of the tarot cards, when you
Right.
leave the philosophical part and goes into the divination part.
My notes are like I take notes like a mad woman. Like I just have little bubbles everywhere.
But
Unex-
that's so important when you are learning. I mean, you learn so much more when you take notes and,
yes.
you know,
And my notes are always just like sporadic. They're all like just like half of a thing here, and then I go back, and then I'll draw a little picture. It'll be like a whole thing. Oh my gosh.
yeah. Yeah. I want to teach you a method for you to use with the Fool as an
Okay.
exercise for today.
Okay.
So you're going to grab your deck and you're going to separate the Fool. Pick it, pick the Fool, and just leave it apart. And you're going to take the rest of the deck.
I just have the major arcana here. Do you want me to do all of them?
Yes.
All the cards?
Yes.
Ooh, should I mix them up?
Yes. Mix them up. Just take away the Fool. This one cannot be with the cards.
I'm terrible at shuffling, but I'll do my best. I'll do
Yeah.
my best. Whew. You know what I do? I do that like those crazy shuffles where I just mix them all up. Woo! Mixy, mixy.
Think about your life while you are shuffling. Think about everything that you have been through and everything that you still want to find out about life. Think about your future, your present, your past. Think about your journey while you shuffle.
Okay. Don't judge my shuffling.
I shuffle just like you.
Yeah. Okay. Good. 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 I'm always like, oh my gosh, but I feel like I always get a good shuffle. I get exactly what I need. I should get better at doing that, like the the one where you like go put them all together. Okay. Sorry. Let me think. Sorry. Let me focus. I think I'm ready.
Great. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to pick 13 cards. 13. 1, 3. Don't flip them over. Just pick 13 cards.
And they can be anywhere from the deck?
Yes.
Okay.
Great. Now you're going to pick the full again and put the full together with these 13 cards. And you're going to shuffle again while you do this.
All right. We're going to do a good spready, mixy mix. I'm doing them over here so you can't see. Let me do the little. No, I suck at doing that. I always get scared I'm going to bend the cards. Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. You shuffle all of them. Okay, great. Now you're going to flip them over as you're going to give yourself a reading. And you're going to pay attention. You're going to tell me where the full is.
Okay, let me see if I can. Should I just lay them all out?
Yeah, just one after the other. 1, 2, 3.
Ah, man. I got one of the little.
Oh, no.
It's okay. I'm
remove this one. Remove this one. Okay.
Ooh. Are you able to see them?
Yeah.
There he is.
Wow.
Woo, second to last
wow.
one.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
Wait, you're making me nervous. Let me turn it around so you can see it. Okay. Tell me, what does this mean?
Well, so this method is to tell you about your journey, your spiritual journey on earth.
Okay.
So what basically tells you is that when the Fool is in the very beginning of the reading, it often indicates that you still have like a lot of challenges to overcome. And the cards that are after the Fool shows the challenges and the things that you need to learn and deal with in the future. But yours is in the very end, right?
Yeah, the
Next
second
to
to last
the road.
one.
So that shows that you are about to complete your journey in terms of evolution. So you're an old spirit, you're someone with a lot of wisdom, and you have already learned and have been through a lot in terms of knowledge, in terms of wisdom, in terms of events that you that taught you a lesson, you know?
Yeah.
So yes.
That's really cool. Like my soul's like spiritual journey. You know what's funny? I've always said that too, that I have always been like, oh no, this is not my first time here. Like I've been here a lot of times. I've done many lifetimes. And then I'll always say too, when people are like, oh, like, you know, how do you overcome all these things and whatever you're going through? Like, how do you overcome it? And I go, listen, I don't want to be coming back here no more. I feel like I'm trying to learn all my lessons so that I don't have to come back and repeat this shit. I don't want to do it no more. So that's really funny that like my joke is kind of, I think it's true.
Yes,
yeah, the last card is telling you that I got one more lifetime left in me, possibly.
It's because it's near the road, right? So yeah, you still have like a goal to accomplish.
Yeah.
That is going to be very successful. and that's your purpose in life. So you're about to achieve your purpose, your
That's
biggest
exciting.
dream. Yeah,
That's really exciting. That's awesome. That's cool
yeah.
too. And then I wonder, are do these cards maybe possibly symbolize like types of lessons that I've gone through in my life?
Yes,
Or
yes,
can they
yes.
tell
We
you?
can go through that. You can send it to me, or you can just tell me which cards, because I can see them, but
Yeah, it's hard to be able
yeah,
to.
it's hard to, because I am far from you. But yeah, if you take a picture and send it over, I can
Yeah.
give you the interpretation. But I can see some of them, like it starts with the five of coins. So there is like a lesson about self-esteem and self-worth, and also about financial issues. And
Mm,
then the lesson of carrying a burden alone, that you can ask for help. It's safe to ask for help. You don't have to carry everything on your own. And then you have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is about victory, accomplishment, and being proud of what you have achieved, and deal with the celebration and with the attention that comes from that accomplishment. And then right after it, there is the Seven of Swords, as I can see from here. And the Seven of Swords' strategy is to
mhm.
learn how to protect yourself, lie when you need to protect yourself, and to be smart, to be strategic, to be someone who knows how to take opportunities with both hands,
Yeah.
and not let them escape. The next one is the Star.
This is the first one that I pulled out was the star.
Oh, so
Sorry,
I'm
I
reading
flipped
them
it back around. So
backwards. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
it's
you
okay.
have
Yeah, it
to.
started with the star. And then, so I'm following you just oppositely.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, the Star is a card about spiritual protection, learn how to trust the invisible, and to trust divine timing and divine power, no matter how hard or dark your life is at the moment. It's about trusting that there is a right timing for everything, and trusting that good things will come. It's about hope. It's about
Yeah.
spirituality itself. And then you have the Three of Coins, showing the power of groups and mutual support. And I can see that you're very good at that as well. That you like to support people,
Hmm.
and you're not afraid of showing support, to show love when you admire someone. That's a very good trait. There is another one. I think it's the Four of Cups, right?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the four of cups.
Yeah, the Four of Cups is about learning how to deal with emotional stability without getting bored,
Yeah.
you know, and to open yourself to new opportunities, just, even when you think that you're not ready for them or that you don't need them.
Yeah.
The next one is the Six of Cups.
Yeah.
So the Six of Cups is the power of kindness and um, not romance, but it's kindness and happiness and renewal, and it's nostalgia as well.
Mhm.
It's to. I love this card because it's basically it's the power of kindness and love when you
Mhm.
express your love to people, without expecting anything in return.
Mhm.
And then you have the High Priestess.
Yep.
Oh, the high priest is so you. It's the knowledge, it's the self knowledge, it's the intuition, it's the power of the moon.
Yes.
It's the
Love the moon.
influence of
I can see it better.
how can I say? It's the woman who likes learning and discovering about the mysteries and the occult, and it's you. It's you.
It
You are the
literally
high
is me.
priestess. Yeah. And it has a lot of introspection as well. And then you have the sun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the sun is warmth, it's clarity, it's knowing where you want to go, and getting ready to pursue what you want. And then you have the world, which is the accomplishment of something big. And then you have the full, is where you act. So you're after that, this big accomplishment. And then you have the four of coins and the nine of wands. So the next challenge is financial stability
Hmm.
and knowing what you should be attached to and what you should let go.
Yeah.
Um, and the last one with the nine of wands.
Well, it went like this, and it went this one, then I pulled the Fool, then the World.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it was the
I know, I
other way
keep flipping
around.
it around on you. That's why you're all confused. This is like the third time I've flipped it around. I'm so sorry. So technically, you were reading it backwards for me, but I'm able to put it in the right perspective. I'm going to send you
Okay,
a picture
good.
of this anyways. But yeah, it was this one, then the Fool, and then the last one's the World.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now I understood. So yeah, okay. So you overcame those two already. The nine of wands is about uh, understanding that you have advantage, even though it looks
Yeah.
like you are being surrounded by threat. You know how to deal with threat. You know how to deal with the dangerous
Mhm.
stuff, with dangerous people, with things that could take away your peace of mind. And you are protected. You don't have to fear anyone. You don't have to fear nobody, or because you are powerful.
Mhm.
Uh, so it's a card about understanding that the trauma and the past hurt, the past events that really hurt you, they have no power to hurt you at this time.
That's good. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. This is
You're so
really
funny.
cool. I'm gonna be really careful with this so I can take a picture of it and I will send it to you.
Yes,
Just
yes,
so you can
yes,
see
yes.
it, just because I think it's kind of fun and cool. So this is where I'm at. So what you're saying is that it's just success? Is that that's the only thing left for me to
It's about,
experience?
yeah, because the
Okay.
world is about finishing, like accomplishing something big
Yeah.
that brings a lot of yeah, the feeling of success, the feeling of well-being, happiness. It's a big accomplishment. So yeah.
Oh, I'm really excited because it's so crazy. I feel like this past little bit, probably since the I don't even know when to even say, like, since it's been a while, but like since the new year, I've been like really focusing on working with people, and this year is when I start my Saturn return, and it's in my 11th house, which is all, dealing with communities and dealing with people.
Wow.
So I've been like really realizing that I'm like, okay, like I think I'm good, I'm set, but like I'm not able to achieve what I want by myself. Like I think I have to be working with people. And then it's just so crazy because then you and I connected, and then I connected with another girl, and we're starting something in February together. So I'm like, oh my God. And it's so funny because I keep getting just these like this feeling of just like, oh my God, like this is it. Like it might not be but like this is it, like you're doing the thing. So I'm so excited.
Yes, and also the return of Saturn is all about getting the rewards of the things that you
Yeah.
have
Put
done.
in the work.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I remember when I started learning about astrology, I realized that my Saturn return, I think it was like 3 years before my Saturn return. And I was like, I gotta get my shit together. I was like, I gotta get my ducks in a row, because like so many people have kind of associated their Saturn return with like their life falling apart. And then that's what got them on the beginning of their destiny and of their journey. So I'm like, screw that. Let me just tear apart my life right now. And then that way, when I can welcome my Saturn return in, it can be like, okay, I have this good relationship with tough love and discipline and, all those lessons that Saturn brings to us. and I can just sit down and I can work with that energy rather than, because so many people, they fight their Saturn return for the first year and a half, 2 years. And then by the time that energy is leaving their chart, it's like they're having all these realizations. And I'm like, oh no, like I want to be like in that realization the minute. And I think it goes into,
I think
I
that
think it's a
people
little
are
bit like end of February.
I think when it comes to this is something scary that I want to share with you that I didn't know about that until I started to actually like really read about the return of Saturn. Some people they die in their return of Saturn.
Oh
Did you
yeah.
know that?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's very scary because I went through a lot of shit during mine,
Hmm.
and it made me go through a different path in life
Hmm.
because I had to take more care of my health. But I know about people that died; they
Hmm.
really died
Yeah.
during their Saturn return. I have a friend whose mother died when she was 28
Hmm.
and she was going through her Saturn
Yeah,
return. And
it's usually signifies like a really large life event that kind of like changes the course of like the direction that you're taking. And it can be obviously a lot of people. So the more typical thing that happens for people is they get married, they have kids, they leave their job, they move somewhere new. Like it's always this big, big event. It can be a death in the family. It can be, a traumatic event that they've experienced, right? Like there's a lot of really, and then it's funny too, because a lot of people forget that you have a second Saturn return as well when you're around 58 to 60, right? So it's like
yes,
you'll get that second Saturn return and it'll be, like I always say, my, um, like my parents, my dad, when he was in his second Saturn return, my parents ended up getting a divorce. And it's like these big, like world changing kind of experiences that, sometimes people go, oh yeah, like I had a kid and I got married and I bought a house when I was 30 or whatever, right? Whatever the age is. And then they don't realize that like you could have the similar theme around the other. And so my mom had me, I was her Saturn return baby. That's why I'm always like, see, I came here to teach you a lesson. I was like, your tower card daughter showed up in your Saturn return. And I joke with her about that all the time. And then I go, yeah, like now you're going through your set. I think she's going through it. I have to check her chart to be honest. I don't know if she already went through her Saturn return. I don't know if her Saturn is in Pisces or if it's in um, Aries. I guess it must be in Aries because then we would be going through it at the same time because that's when
yes.
that's where mine is. So it's going to be interesting. And then it's just it's wild. People don't realize that you'll learn lessons in that first Saturn return lesson of your life, and then if you're able to apply that to your life, then usually that second one that comes around is a lot better. Like a really good example that a lot of astrologers, when I was in the astrology school, used was Walt Disney. He created like Disney during his second Saturn return. And it was like something crazy happened to him in his first one, like really traumatic shit. And then his second Saturn return was when he actually became like, Walt Disney, right? Like that started the business that is the empire that it is today. So if anyone's gone through their Saturn return, they feel like nothing happened to them. You got another one coming. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I hope my second one's better.
Hmm.
My first one is tough. Oh my God.
Yeah, Saturn is tough. They always say Saturn busts down your front door, give you life lessons whether you want them or you don't. You can't stop. You can't stop that. Saturn's a crazy planet.
It is. It is. It is definitely, definitely.
Well, thank you so much for our
So
first lesson. I had so much fun. Do you have any else thing that you want to say?
I took some screenshots to post.
Can I pose
Yay!
first?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's take another one. Yay. I love that.
Send that to me. And then if there's anyone in the chat, which I don't know if there's really that many people in the chat, but if anyone wants to ask any questions, ask for a little tarot reading, a little card pull if you want, please feel free. I don't think anyone's really chatting up in the chat, but let me just make sure that no one commented anything before. Oh God, I got the hiccups from eating all my. No, I don't think we have any comments. There's a way that you can make the chat bigger, but I don't know. Oh, there we go. Dun, 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 dun. No, I don't think we got any questions. I think it's perfect. You explained the Fool very well. Oh, let's see. There's. Oops. What do you mean one new message? What does that mean? Oops, I liked our own video. Yeah, I think that was amazing. Maybe do you don't have any homework for me?
This one. You will sleep with the card
Oh yes.
under your pillow, and I want you to pay attention to your dreams, and you're going to take notes of them in the morning.
Okay, hold on. Let me grab my pen. Okay. Okay. Homework. So if anyone's in the chat also learning about tarot, then this is our homework, you guys.
I have another some really minor task for you. If you have time, because I know that you're busy, try to look up on the web for other traditional important decks that with the Fool, and look it up. Look for the Fool in other traditional decks, and try to compare how they are depicted.
Yeah. I have a couple decks, so that's perfect. I'll look at kind of the different imagery of them.
Yeah, make notes. Take notes of what you see that is different, what caught your attention, if there are colors that repeat themselves, what you feel, if the expression changes. Yeah, take a look at that. It's gonna be important for you.
And I also wanted to show you.
You got the journal. Oh my
I got
God,
it.
it's amazing.
So how do you think that I should use this? Should I just pull a card from the deck, just do a card pull, a one card quick draw, and then just like write about the card, like what it means and everything, just to familiarize with the.
I would start with the one card pull every morning. Like you could try it out. Like, okay, I'm gonna pull a card for myself, and then you ask a message for your day, and you pull a card, yes, and then you will use the stickers. You're gonna take notes of your impressions, your first impressions of that card. You can use your previous knowledge, and you also can look it up in the booklet, to guide you, to help you to memorize, because in the beginning you do need the keywords to guide yourself.
Yeah.
And I want you to take a look at the card that came out in the reading, so you can have your first impressions. For example, let's suppose that you're not very acquainted with the Justice. Okay, so you're going to take a look, you're going to observe the card, observe the picture, the facial expression. What is she holding? Is she holding a sword? Oh, she's holding a scale as well. Oh, she's wearing red. What does red mean? Oh, there is a lot of gray as well. What does gray mean here? Pay attention to the colors, to all the details. Oh, there is a little bit, you can see a little bit of the food. Oh, does that mean something? She's wearing a crown. Oh, yeah. Pay attention to all the details so you can have your first impressions, and take notes of your first impressions as keywords. Okay, so, oh, she's serious. She looks neutral. She looks like she's defending herself because she's carrying a sword. Use your intuition. Let your intuition guide you.
Okay.
There is no right or wrong. It's just your first impressions of the card. And that will be very helpful for you when you become like a professional reader, because sometimes the answers are in the cards.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're going to take a look at the card and you're going to be like, oh, well, how can I fit this to the question? And the question, it's answered in the picture itself.
Mm-hmm.
For example, someone who is asking you about their relationship. They're facing like a lot of struggle in their relationship. And then you get the Four of Coins. How can I adapt this to a relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Four of Coins is extremely attached. He
Mm-hmm.
can't let go. He's possessive.
Mm-hmm.
So, what about her struggles being connected to be possessive,
Mm-hmm.
jealous, materialistic, someone who cannot let go? So, the answers are always in the pictures, always in the cards. So, that's why you need to train yourself to
Mm-hmm.
look at them and search for the answers in the pictures.
Right.
Yes.
Whew, I'm so excited. I'm gonna start that tomorrow morning. So I'll wake up, I'll write about my dream of the fool. It was so funny. I wrote down in my thing, I said, sleep with the fool, and then I laughed. I was like, wait a second. And then I was like, under your pillow.
Yes, yes. And don't get upset if you don't have a dream tonight. You could have a dream tomorrow. Keep repeating the ritual.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at the card before you go to sleep.
Yeah. I'm gonna be seeing I'm gonna have them next to my bed so that even in the morning, because a lot of times I'll wake up early in the morning, go to the bathroom, whatever, and I'll look around. I have this big, beautiful Labradorite right by my bedside, so I always look at that and I go, oh my god, this is giving me crazy dreams tonight. It's giving me crazy dreams. So I'll wake up and I'll look at the fool and I'll be like, you're sneaking into my dreams.
Yeah.
I'm excited, and then I'll write about it, and then yay, no, and then when we do our live next week, um, we'll maybe start off with, and I'll talk to you about kind of what I've been looking into and some of the card pulls that I did through. If there's anything interesting or exciting or whatever, and dreams too, I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
And then we'll get into the next one.
Okay. Great.
And then
I'm excited.
and I'll message you as well, but I'm also planning on trying to go doing like 2 lives at once because I want to go live on YouTube as well.
Uh-huh.
That I'm gonna have to figure out, and I'll message you about it because I don't know if I have to, like, if I can just Zoom call you and then have that like record.
I have no idea how it works on YouTube, but I have a channel in YouTube as well. I
Okay.
just haven't been using that like a lot. Like, yeah.
Okay, that's good to know that you have a channel though, because then I don't know if I have to look into it, but I just want to let you know that I'm gonna try and get a couple ones going, so we can
Yeah,
get
let's work on there as well. Great. Yay.
amazing. Thank you so much for the lesson. I'm really excited to be looking into these cards, and I'm
I
gonna try
can't
and get to know
wait.
the deck
Can't
too.
wait.
And I'll send a picture
Can't wait
of
for the
that
next class.
spread too.
Yes, please do. And I can't wait for the next class because in the next 7 days, you're going to have a lot of insights
Yeah,
and downloads.
yeah. I'm gonna be like, I can't believe the amount of fools I saw this week. I saw fool energy in everyone. Oh, it's gonna be so fun.
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time. I hope it's not too crazy storming there anymore. It's calmed down a little bit.
No, it's still like
It's still going
nonstop. And there's
crazy.
a lot of
I saw some
thunders.
lightning
Yes.
in the background. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
What a cool
Yeah.
spooky night to like learn tarot.
Yeah, that's so witchy. I love that. It's witchy energy.
Yes, yes, I love
I
it.
love that.
All
Okay.
right, well, I will.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll see you next week. Have a great
See
weekend.
you
We'll
next
text.
week.
We'll text.
Okay.
Bye. Whoa. All right, guys. What did you think? I thought that was a good one. I gotta hopefully see. My dumbass didn't even screen record. None of that. Ay, 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 ay. I wonder if it just will do it automatically. All right, deuces.